What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be doing a little bit of digging into this LML that we got in for having a few problems with it. So a little backstory on this truck. My buddy was looking for a truck for the longest time. He's looking for a little bit of a project, and he ended up picking this up off Facebook Marketplace. I believe he paid like $5 grand for it, which is an absolute steal. But for $5 grand, obviously, there's a catch, and that is the truck. The previous owner, it sounded like I went with him to pick it up, but it seemed like the guy that owned the truck had no idea what was really done to it. He got it off the original owner that had an extensive amount of stuff done to it. The truck is CP3 swapped. It has up pipes done on it. Let me grab my flashlight. And it looks like at one point it's actually head studded. So it has some good parts on this truck. He can very easily get his money back out of this. But the problem was the guy that purchased it off the original owner only had it like maybe 2 months. He said that he had like a tree business and he just needed a truck to pull stuff. But what happened was he said he came to a stoplight, truck just died out, and that was it. It wouldn't restart. So what I did was I threw a set of batteries in here, and I haven't tried cranking it over yet. But we will fire it up, or try to fire it up. Maybe read the codes, but I just want to crank it and see if it even cranks, what it sounds like. Then we'll dive into it and see if we get it going. If not, we'll go from there. But I just hope it's not something catastrophic like a snap crank or something. That's what I'm thinking. Just because these trucks just don't randomly shut off. Obviously, if it shuts off, it's something kind of major. But let's hop in. We'll try cranking it over, see what it sounds like, and we'll go from there on it. Okay, so I just hopped in it, and I tried cranking it, and as you can kind of see a little bit right there where I wiped it up, something was leaking, and you can kind of see right in here, I took the, I don't know if you can see it in here or not, but behind the fuel filter there, that injector right there, I believe that's number 3, was leaking fuel very badly. The second I turned it on, I started pissing fuel all over the ground, so I got that tightened up. I'm going to try to I didn't even try to actually crank it. I just turned the key on. I heard something dripping, looked down, and that's where the fuel was. So now I got that line tightened up. We'll go ahead and try to give it a crank. I hope that, that the truck wasn't driving, because if that injector was loose like that and it was leaking fuel out, it could have low compression in that cylinder. But we'll see. Let's go ahead and crank it up and see what it does. Alrighty, so let's verify the fuel has stopped leaking. Good part is the truck also has a fast on it, as you can hear. But let's verify no fuel is leaking. And I believe that injector is just loose because I don't see it dripping on the floor. Now, let's try to give it a crank, see what it does. Ooh. I don't know if you heard that, but that did not sound good. I don't want to crank it too many more times like that, but let me give it one more crank. Yep, I don't know if you hear that. It sounds like metal on metal, but that's very interesting. But let me take my code reader, and we'll hook up to this thing and see what we can find code-wise. Another thing I wasn't thinking of, I believe these TCMs for these trucks are going for a couple grand right now because they're really hard to find. That's also a good plus, but to me, that does not sound good. That either sounds like a piston or a snap crank or something along those lines. But we'll see if there's any codes. We'll hook up to it, and we'll go from there. Alright, so go ahead, get it hooked up here in HP Tuners, and we'll see what kind of codes we're getting. So, reading. Let me maybe turn the key on. We'll try reading again. Interesting. So it just says turbo, glow plug control. Nothing too crazy. But something is definitely not right up front. So maybe what I'll start doing now is we'll get the glow plugs pulling out, or I'll give my buddy a call, we'll get the glow plugs pulled out, and we'll see if we can bore scope and see if anything's messed up in the pistons. And if not, we'll keep digging into it from there. Alright, so I just gave my buddy a call and I told him, something obviously in the engine of this truck is not right, that you know, we got to keep diving into it more. Something's knocking. And I said to him, you know, do you want me to pull the glow plugs out and take a look, keep diving into it, bore scope them out? And he said, you know what, let me think on it tonight. Let me see if I want to sell the truck as is or maybe throw a short block in it if it comes down to that. But, you know, for $5,000 for what we got here, still can't beat that. I thought this would be a nice little, you know, interesting Facebook Marketplace series for you guys, because at the end of the day, you know, we all love that. But if you guys are new here, be sure to subscribe. If you like this video, be sure to leave it a big thumbs up. But until next time, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.
Stop this conversation. We got